Hello and welcome to Dan Explains. It's me, Dan. First off, I'd like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. This is just going to be a short video today since it's Christmas Eve and all. Jesus was a virgin birth, so where did he get his Y chromosome? You know, the chromosome that is only passed on by the father, only to sons. I'll call this sort of video Dan Speculates, since there's no real way to know the answer to this, even if we had Jesus' DNA, so let's speculate. Taking the biblical claims of Jesus' conception at face value, which of course all Christians do, Jesus was a man with no biological father. Many people may remember from high school biology that the sex of mammals like us is usually determined by whether we inherit an X or a Y chromosome from our father during conception. Species that do have virgin births and also use chromosomal sex determination only have female offspring when a male is not involved. So, there are examples of this in nature. Something weird could have happened, like two of Mary's eggs combining to make essentially a clone of herself. So, let's look at that for a moment. Could Jesus have been physically male but genetically female? This does happen, but 90% of the cases is caused by an issue with the X chromosome the child inherits from the father, where a piece of the Y chromosome from the father attaches to the X the baby inherits. Clearly, this can't be the case since it requires having a biological father. There is that 10% of cases that don't have that as a cause, usually by a mutation in another gene or maybe a few genes on the X chromosome. This can happen in the mother's eggs, so this is a maybe. There are big issues with this though. First, a virgin conception is completely unknown in humans, beyond Jesus anyway. Secondly, the genetic mutation that doesn't involve an issue with the father's X chromosome is extremely rare. Only 1 in 200,000 males. Thirdly, people who have this particular type of XX male syndrome show some amount of feminine characteristics, things like breasts, a lack of facial hair, and a feminine appearance. If the Shroud of Turin really is the image of Jesus, then we know this is out. And yes, I'm aware of the shroud and the whole medieval carbon dating thing. There have been studies done since then that cast doubt on that. Sometimes, even scientists like to stick their thumbs in their ears when new evidence comes to light. So, I think we have to assume God selected Jesus' chromosome. So, what options do we have? Well, he could have just used St. Joseph's Y chromosome. It'd make sense. He could have made one out of whole cloth from no person in particular. That seems pretty likely, at least to me. However, I favor another idea. Scripture, in fact, does point to where not only Jesus' Y chromosome may have come from, but basically all the DNA he got from his biological father. According to the Bible, who is Jesus' father? No, I don't mean God, who is obviously the father of us all. Jesus' earthly father is pointed out in several places as King David, as in, David and Goliath King David. Yes, I'm aware of how the Jewish lineages worked, and that Jesus could have been considered David's son, just because he was a direct descendant of him. However, it's rather convenient and wouldn't be excluded by anything in Scripture. So, you never know. King David was gone for quite some time by the time Jesus was conceived. So, his DNA would have been provided by God indeed. Like I pointed out earlier, this would be near impossible to prove. There are plenty of relics around, like the shroud for instance, that could have Jesus' DNA on it. However, good luck finding any genetic material for King David. So in this life, I think this is a question that will always be unknown. If you like this video, please press the like button, subscribe to my channel, and ding the bell to get notified when I post new videos. Also, please support me on Patreon, link in the description. The more people who support me, the more time I can dedicate to making videos like this one. So, until next time, have a great week and a Merry Christmas.